All right, welcome back to the show, guys. That was an interesting event, but right about now, we have in the building our first set of guests. They are what you can call new cats that you should be looking out for in the Nigerian music industry. Representing Music Business Academy MBA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the show, Della and Roz.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Alive and well.
All right, so let's talk about the Music Business Academy for Africa. Let's talk about it. You want to go first?
Oh yeah, sure.
So what's it about? What's the initiative?
So it's a program that is very focused on teaching what the music business entails. It wants to educate and create a group of people that can go out into the industry and make noise, not just in a negative manner. They want to make sure they're doing things the right way and make sure everybody recognizes how well things should be done in the music industry. That's the aim of the entire program. And that's just me summarizing it to a small, tiny bit.
So do you have a different summary or it's the same thing?
Oh no, he's right. The academy basically is just to educate people, to make sure that the people that we have in the music space are well-equipped creatives who know exactly what they're supposed to do and what the job entails. Yeah, so.
Okay. All right, that's great to know. So how did you get into the MBA program?
Also, we are artists in the program. I got into it through social media. I read about it online. I'd been following through for like a year. So I finally put in for it and I got picked as one of the artists of the program, yeah.
What about you, Roz?
Similar story, but somebody kind of pushed me. I was very reluctant at first. I'm very protective of my music.
Okay.
Because it's extremely personal. But somebody kept hammering it on my head, and eventually I was like, okay, let's do this. I got in through the online process. There was a screening process, there was a voting process, and eventually I did get picked for it.
So I'm sure you both had different experiences in the academy. So let's talk about your experiences starting from you.
Oh my God. So it's been a mixed bag, but in a good way. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. I'm a recording artist that records myself.
Oh,
I
nice.
do pretty much everything myself.
Yep.
So getting into the program, I was forced to experience making music in a completely different way. So at first it was very, very intense for me.
Different in what way? Working with sound engineer, producer.
Working with sound engineer, producers, songwriters, having cameras in the studio.
Ooh.
I'm in my space, no lights, no nothing else going on.
Studio in your room.
Yeah, that kind of guy. So being thrown into that situation out of nowhere for the first time in my life, it was a huge learning curve I had to experience. But I'm a better artist now because of it.
Okay, what about you, Della?
So for me, I found it really fun because I got to work with a lot of people, new minds. Witnessing a lot of people's creative process is something really exciting for me. So yeah, it was something that I was very happy to be a part of. I'm very happy to be a part of it. I'm just happy to be there, basically. Yeah.
So now that you're out of the program, I'm sure you guys have gotten better, like he said,
Yeah,
and there are a lot of things that you have learned not to do anymore.
Yeah.
Especially with the music business in Nigeria, record label, Wahala, and everything.
Yes.
So what would you say was the highlight of the MBA for you?
Oh, the fact that there's a structure to everything that you have to do, it puts everything in perspective for me as an artist. That I know that, okay, there are ways that certain things must be done. So yeah, that's one thing I'm going to take out of the program, putting structures to things.
How about you?
Very similar to what she said. I'm learning that consistency is key. I'm learning that no matter how uncomfortable you are, do not be so arrogant to think that there's nobody that can connect to your music.
Yeah.
Motivational speaker. So now let's talk about you both as individual artists.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Della. So what kind of music do you make? And who's your target audience?
I like to say, don't box me nuts. That's my mantra going forward. But I'm an Afrobeat artist basically, but I'm very versatile. I do a lot of things. My primary audience is the everyday person. I believe that everybody should be able to connect to my music. I make music for everybody. So like my aim is to make sure that everybody from different spheres of life can connect to it. So I make different sounds in different pockets that I feel like there'll be different people who can connect to those different parts of the pocket. Yeah.
How about you?
So the MBA program has showed me that a lot of what I thought before was not true. I thought I made music for everybody, but I genuinely don't. I realized that I make music for a lot of men who feel unheard. And I do not mean men go through a lot in this country.
Of course.
And we have a lot of genres, Afro Saba, Afro Depression. Yeah, all those genres are targeted at men. If you want, feel I feel into play.
Okay, I'm sure you have a lot to talk about, but we need to go on this break. And when we do get back, you'll be hearing from Della and Rozzz. They'll still be here with us. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's a different feeling. Woo! Okay. As you guys can see, we have people from the NBA in the building, and that was a song, Different Feeling, off the album, the joint album, the Purple Street album, yeah? So, who came up with the title, The Purple Street? Oh, okay, you know what, before we do that, before we went on break, you're talking about something.
No, yeah?
Yes, you're talking about music and how it has affected you and your growth. So let's hear that.
No, okay. So I personally learned out like from the NBA
Yeah?
that a lot of my audience is mostly male. And the reason why is because of the topics I choose to speak about. It's something most Nigerian men are not willing to open up about. Heartbreak, depression, Afro Saba, all those kind of topics. Yeah. It's the same reason why people love Omale.
Oh, and then they bring your girl on stage. So we're talking about the Purple Street album. Yes, we all know that Fela Kuti said the Purple Street is his home.
Yeah.
So why that title? Who came up with the title for the album?
Okay, so they picked the title, but they ran us through like the thought process for picking the title, because according to them, I'm really young, so I'm just going to talk based on stories I've heard.
Yeah.
Purple Street accumulated a lot of people. Fela brought in everybody from different spheres of life. Everybody was there. So we wanted the album to portray every single one of us with our different perspective, our different creative processes. That's why the title Purple Street happened, to be able to merge everybody into a body of work that accommodates every single person and can cater to a lot of people as well. That was the idea behind the album name.
So what are we expecting from you, Della?
Oh, more music, a lot of music. I am very excited going into the world now because I just recently graduated from school, so I'm focusing on my career full time. So this is a very beautiful experience for me. Putting out a lot of music this year. You can look out for me, Della. We're coming with a bang.
So your social media handles?
Bad Girl Della on all social media platforms.
Bad Girl Della.
Oh, please, no, it's just the name.
Okay.
Promise, there's nothing else to it. It's just
You
the
said
name.
it's not true.
Ignore him.
Okay, so since you're trying to be the one saying it's not true, so tell
Yeah.
us about you. What's next for you?
What's next for me?
Are you also a bad boy?
No, I don't like to think so. Some people might have that impression, but I do not like to think so.
You've done debates in school. So what's next for you?
What's next is a lot
Yeah.
of music too. I haven't put out music properly in the last 4 or 5 years.
That's a
So
long
this
time.
is my moment. Again, I'm back out there. I'm grateful for the NBA because they let me express myself in 3 different ways on 3 different tracks. So my audience has a good idea of who I am and the kind of music they're going to be expecting from me. So the rest of this year, it's music back to back to back.
So for people who want to contact you on social media, what are your social media handles?
S_Rozzz everywhere. ROZZZ. S_ROZZZ everywhere.
Oh, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. It was great to have you guys. I feel like we shouldn't go with the different feelings and everything, but we're gonna go, guys, and that's it with our guests. So we'll be back with our other guests shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.